Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and this is a cool video. If you love paper napkins, if you love to color, well, you can marry the two together to create beautiful colored paper napkin designs. You are looking at a black and white, just a beautiful paper napkin with different types of flowers on it. Well, I did some experimenting with my different coloring utensils. And yeah, you can color on your paper napkins. Now, some of you probably already do that. I searched online and I couldn't find anything. So I experimented with, and by the way, this is part one because I have other things I need to experiment with. So I'll have a part two, might have a part three. In this video, I didn't make any projects. I just played around with my different coloring things. And yeah, it all turned out pretty nice. Okay, so in the video, you will see all that I used, but I do have some favorites. I used pan pastels. These are by Fun Stamper's Journey. I'm a journey coach. If you're interested in any of our products, you can click on my link below. But I absolutely love pan pastels. I use these in a class I teach, and I use them in my personal projects. I absolutely love these. They work beautifully on paper napkins. Is one of my favorite coloring things to use just in general, but especially on paper napkins. And the pan pastels, we have them in a lot of different colors. Okay, I have to say though, I was really surprised. My favorite item to use, pan pastels, is in the top two. But my favorite are these crayons by Bible Journaling that you could pick up at Tuesday morning in different color combos. In the video, I experimented with these. Well, a lot of these items I experimented for the first time. Actually, the only item I tried out before this video were alcohol markers. I was surprised how easy these work. Now, I did use Tim Holtz as well, but I didn't really like his on the paper napkin. And it's because of the tips are different. The ones by Bible Journaling, they just glide on so easy. It makes coloring really, really easy. Tim Holtz did work, but these are absolutely my favorite. So I used these, and then I tried out the Clean Color Real Brush, and they work. And then I used some stickles, and it works. Stickles is great if you want to accent a design. You'll see that in the video. I did use Fun Stamper's Journey Silks. I didn't really care. It depends on how you use it. If you want to accent with it, it's great. But to color with it, I didn't really care about that. And then, what else did I use? Oh, of course, alcohol markers. And you'll see me use Copics, and I'll use Spectrum Noir, and then I'll use different tips. So the alcohol markers worked well too. So yeah, you guys, so take a look. It's not totally dry yet. Now in the video, you will see which color mediums were used for which flower. And this technique works great for your black and white flowers or black and white napkins. But of course, you can experiment with different colors. Okay, in part two, I will experiment with other different color mediums. And then probably in a separate video, you will see how I incorporate these colored paper napkin designs in my future projects. Enjoy! So I'm first going to use my alcohol markers, and I am not removing any of the plies. You can, but I didn't feel a need to remove the other plies from this napkin. And I'm just going to play around. Yeah, just one other time I played with my alcohol markers. And so I'm just having fun coloring. I put those dots there because I want you to see how alcohol spreads. So, if you are one of those neat colorists, you don't want to color the edge because the color will spread beyond your lines. I'm just using the marker to fill it in. I do like alcohol markers on paper napkins. Now, I'm no expert, so I don't know how to shade. I don't know how to do any of that. I'm just having fun with my alcohol markers. And I'm using, I think that's called the bullet tip. Alcohol markers have different type of tips. You can experiment with your tips. What I love about the alcohol markers, at first I thought it would cause the paper napkin to tear, but it don't. So these are the Copic markers, and I'm using the brush tip. And you see how the back looks. The alcohol markers, they will bleed through. I will use a baby wipe a baby wipe with alcohol to remove the alcohol from my surface, my table surface. Of course, you can lay down a piece of paper underneath your napkin. So these colors are really dark. Once again, I'm not putting any thought into it. I just want to see how well the alcohol markers take on the paper napkin. Now, one of my other favorite items to use are pan pastels, just in general. I love how this particular product, it makes coloring not only on paper, but you see, look at how smooth. Oh my goodness, that color goes down. I also use this on fabric. I shared a video stamping on thrifted linen, and I colored my design with pan pastels. Now, I'll have this brush linked below. I love it. If you need to accent small parts of your design, that brush works great. And I just use a paper towel to clean off the color, and I reuse the brush. But I love the pan pastels, and no, it do not bleed through the other side. Okay, so I'm using more Copics, different colors. You'll see how well, just how pretty. Oh, and I'm using that, what is that? That wide tip. Yeah, that tip is great for coloring large designs. And I'm not being too, I don't care that the whole image isn't colored in, but take a look how the alcohol looks with the pan pastel. I love it. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing. Just taking a darker blue and maybe I'm adding highlights and shadows. I don't know. I'm having fun, you guys. I have a motto for myself. Don't think, create. But I love the combination of pan pastels with the alcohol. Given you have the right colors, that is so pretty. And you do see the alcohol bled through just a little bit. And this next product are these clean brushes. And I thought that these would tear the paper napkin, but no, they don't. Paper napkins are really resilient. They're soft and delicate, but they have some strength to it. So these markers do work. Now, if you add water, because those are water brush markers, you risk your paper napkin tearing. So I was surprised that these colored pencils also worked. Now, they're not my favorite because it takes more time, but they do work. It didn't work in a sense, they didn't tear the paper napkin, and it did lay down color. In my next video, I'll experiment with my watercolored pencils. Now, these are my fave, you guys. I was so surprised at how the crayon color, it just glided down so easy. So it gets a big thumbs up. I love it. And those are by Illustrated Faith. You could pick up at Tuesday morning. So I decided to try Tim Holtz Distress crayons. Didn't have the same feel. You do feel the wax. Nothing was on my fingers, but the tips are made different, and I think that's why the Illustrated Faith crayons worked so much better. Oh, I love it! Tuesday morning, you guys, they get them in. Well, they've had them the last month. Tuesday morning, get things in waves, different colors. Okay, so these are Fun Stamper's Journey, and I'm a coach. I love our silks. If they don't shake well, just take something like a brush and stir it up. You want to hear that bead when you shake the bottle. So I don't care to use these to color. You can accent with them, but I gave it a thumbs down because to color large sections, I didn't like it. But I do love our silks. Many different ways you can use this product. And we just got in a couple new colors. Okay, so now, these stickles, yes, you can color with them, but they're great to use as accents. And that's what I've done there. So pretty. Look at that. Tuesday morning recently had some stickles as well. Not bad. Okay, so I'm using our glaze by Fun Stamper's Journey. If you have glaze, it works beautifully with paper napkins. And the next product is one of my all-time favorite products. Michael's carried these, and I picked up some at Michael's, but you know what? My favorite craft store is Tuesday morning, and yes, they have them. They've had them for the last several weeks and recently got in additional colors. Look at that crushed glass. I'm trying to share how the back looks, but it's wet still, and you see the stickles were still wet and got on my fingers. Okay, so this was a super fun video. Oh my goodness, so much can be done. I have several videos with different ideas on how you can incorporate paper napkins in your crafty projects. And there are so many more to come. And then there's a plethora of videos on YouTube for even more inspiration. But I absolutely love it. I love it that you can use your shake shake. Let me show you how the back looks. Some of the mediums I used did bleed forth, but that's okay, right? Absolutely okay. What I would then do is remove my different plies and use the top ply in my project. But I love it, you guys. Look at the shake shake. It's not totally dry, but my absolute favorites to use on the paper napkin are number one, and I do have to play around more with it, but so far, it's the Bible journaling crayons, it's the pan pastels, and it would be alcohol markers. Now, in the video, I'm not sure if you caught on that alcohol markers, they bleed. So you don't have to color, use a whole lot of ink. In the video, you saw me just jot down dots, and you saw how the alcohol markers spread. So, but I do like that. I'm not a colorist with alcohol markers. I'm no expert, but you can get some beautiful designs. And of course, you can mix and match your different color mediums like you saw that I did in the video. Now, if you have found this video inspiring, why not support it? Give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe because I have a whole lot of more videos coming your way. You could check out my description box if you're interested in some of the products that I used. Feel free to share this video. Feel free to adopt my idea. I only ask for proper credits. Do give shout outs and do link back to this video. Well, I want to thank you all for watching. As always, blessings.